How creepy is that? You're up in your window with binoculars looking, and then you see somebody else with binoculars, and you're going, "Look at that creep! Look at that freak!"
You know, I felt creepy the first time I did that from this hotel window until we got the binoculars, and then you're looking into all these apartments, and you're seeing telescope after telescope after telescope after telescope.
People love it.
I'm like, okay, I'm not the only perv out there.
And to tell you the truth, we didn't see much. The one thing we did see.
Oh, that's legendary. We talk about it all the time.
Where we're looking, and without the binoculars, you see forms and think, you almost fantasize in your head what it is. You just see this human form moving, and it was a woman in a nightgown in the kitchen area of her house. And that was the reason we went out and got the binoculars.
Right.
Because it was like, we got to get a better look at this chick.
It wasn't a nightgown, though.
It was, that's what we saw from a distance.
That's what you thought, okay.
Yeah, from a distance. We get the binoculars, come back, and when we took a look, it's like, oh my God. It was 70 years old, would you say?
Know. She was up there.
70-year-old woman in her,
one piece
bathing suit.
Because it was like August, July, whatever. It was really hot.
Yeah, so she wore her big one piece with this old woman bunt hanging out and everything. These droopy boobs just in this one piece. And she was in her kitchen stirring her sauce on her stove.
And she did this
and we're sitting there.
She does this every night.
And we're idiots. So after a couple of days, we're just, all right, get the binoculars again, we'll look. And then we're just going, yeah, you stir that sauce, you dirty bitch. Yeah, Grandma.
I forgot that part.
You stir it. I got a cream sauce here if you want it, you filthy whore, old bitch. Stir that sauce. Look at the way she's grabbing that spoon with two hands. Come on, put your mouth over the spoon, Granny.
I made out with her in South Beach.
Yeah, that's what I heard.
Yeah, you did.
Well, that's why that's why reality shows are so big, because we're so nosy. We care about everybody else's lives.
That's right.
It goes from binoculars to telescopes to looking in.
Voyeur.
Look what this is. That's what it's about.
We want to see being a voyeur.
You either want to see smut. Here's what people want to see all the time. You want to see smut, which is naked women or something, or you want to see people that are in worse position than you are. So you can look at them and go, look at this ass, and feel a little better about yourself. When you watch that reality show that we goof on with the fatties.
Celebrity Fit Club.
Celebrity Fit Club.
Yeah.
When you're looking at the Snapple lady trying to squeeze out a sit-up, I mean, it's wonderful. And all you have to do is go, hey, I could do 2 of those.
I know.
And now you're feeling better about yourself because she can't get her fat head up off the mat.
And she's jumping up and down because she lost 12 pounds or whatever it was.
I did it.
You're still 5'2", 302 pounds.
Yeah.
What's the big deal?
And you're an eyesore to look at.
Oh, my God, what a mess.
That's so.
She's the best, though, because she claims that she overate her whole life because her parents decided to have more kids.
They had a hypnotist talk to her and put her under, and she starts weeping about how she didn't get attention because twins were born. And
do we have that clip? We got to play it for Vibe.
She went from being the girl that was doted over to, just another kid in the family. Oh, boo-hoo.
Oh, yeah, I'm sorry.
You should have kicked your mom in the stomach when she was pregnant, and then you wouldn't be fat.
Okay, I have friends that have 11 kids in their family. They're not all fatties, okay? You know what I mean?
Yeah,
so obviously the attention was spread out throughout, I mean, I was a middle kid and I had problems, but it wasn't because of my parents. You know what I'm saying? It was. But I didn't overeat. Well, I come to think of it, I did drugs. That was
comes from a big family.
Yeah, but you know what I mean?
I screwed up everybody. I was the overachiever and I messed it up for everybody, man.
But you don't have a bunch of fatties in your family.
Well, it's not the kid's fault. It's that's child abuse too. If you're force feeding your kid McDonald's, and your kid becomes a toy on the beach, you know what I'm saying? Like, they're kicking him around because he's a little roly-poly zero, and and that's America. But America, how you're sitting, we've watched that show. You're glued to it, going,
oh, I know.
Do these people have any dignity left in their lives?
When Ralphie May took his shirt off and dove in that pool, and they had an underwater camera. It was, I swear to you, for a second, I thought it was Jacques Cousteau, the manatee. I thought it was a manatee special.
Yeah. And
just a blubber that was...
No one looks good underwater, but Ralphie May just... I don't know.
When we were in the house in Last Comic.
Yeah.
I'm not lying. He'll say he got naked, right? And he could walk around naked because he's
self-censoring. Yeah.
Well, he's
fat.
But I'm telling you, it's so hard to describe. He farted. But I'm telling you, it was like a rumble. It was, we were sitting outside the pool. It was Dave, me, and I don't know. And it sounded like elephants running through the jungle, right? But it didn't just come out. It was, and the whole place started vibrating. I'm telling you, it was the loudest thing. I thought like a baby fell out of his ass. It was horrible. You could ask anybody. It was just brutal. Ugh.
Wow.
That's funny. We got the clip of Wendy. You got to hear why she overate.
Yeah.
And the scene where you are now, Wendy, is it daytime or nighttime?
It's daytime.
Are you on your own or is anybody with you?
My brother and sister are there.
How old are you?
I am 2.
Tell me what's happening.
We just had twins.
Who's we?
My parents.
Your parents just had twins. What does that mean to you at 2? They've just had twins.
I am not the center of attention.
You're not the baby anymore. They've replaced you twice.
You think when you're a 2-year-old what must have really been happening when you were the center of everybody's world, and then suddenly you're not.
I'm crying about being 2. This is moronic.
At their next session, Marissa revisits the subject of Wendy's childhood.
You felt empty. What have you been doing with the emptiness ever since?
Filling it up
with food.
So,
who watches this at home and takes this seriously? I was laughing so hard.
Oh, I know.
You know, at 2, so, you know, she was getting the attention, so she gets in the car and goes down and buys a couple of chicken parm dinners.
Yeah.
Okay, you're 2 years old. What do? You walk into the kitchen and say, you know what? I'm going to have a little meatloaf milkshake or something. You're 2, you don't cook your own food.
I know. How, I'm 2
obviously,
years old.
Somebody's force-feeding
How
you.
fat could you get on Lorna Doones?
Yeah,
you know?
Stop making excuses and just take care of yourself. I'm so sick of people that make excuses for their problems in life. I really am.
Now
Fess up, own up to it.
No one had a normal life.
You're 100% right.
And most people hide behind, well, it was because my parents got divorced and I didn't see love in the... Shut up.
Yeah.
Now I know it was because when I was 2 years old... 2?
I think that's in this next... We do have
don't even...
You want to play the next clip?
Who remembers 2? How do you even remember 2 years old?
I can't find love in food.
And I can't find love in food.
And I have no interest in looking for love in food.
And I have no interest in looking for love in food.
Marissa really opened up a whole new world for me, and I think that maybe this time I got it.
Now I understand for the first time in my whole life where it all started from for me and what I did and how I cross-wired information.
Psychobabble.
I understand now. This is so hard. That knowledge is power. And I really believe that you guys have given me a gift and empowered me, that now I can look, at a plate of food and say, am I being 2 years old now, or am I being the adult that I am when I make this choice? And now that I know what I'm dealing with, I got it. And I'm going to be great to me, and I'm going to be great to my team. I'm trying.
Now let's go have a brisket.
Yeah, let's celebrate with a moose leg. You slob.
You know what? Now I get it. You know what? In this country, we can't sue anybody over food or fat. We're not dumb. Everywhere says it's not healthy. Okay,
right.
So you don't have 12 of them. You have one.
A little moderation.
2. When I was 2. When I was 2, my mother bought a parrot. So so now I started raping every kid in the neighborhood.
Exactly.
When I was
God forbid
2.
your parents wanted another kid.
Yeah.
You spoiled, self-centered bitch.
You little rat.
Jesus.
All right, now you eat all the other kids' food. The kids emaciated. All right.
I finally now know. Oh, she didn't know when she was just putting everything in her mouth? Every bit of food? Overeating? You don't know. You need a reason? What's the reason? Because she's trying to find love in food.
Yeah. Good. She should be flying over to Super Bowl.
Find love in food?
You want to
hollow out the cantaloupe, put it in a microwave for a minute, warm it up? You're getting your love in a little food there, right? Sure.
You want to play the really fast for Voss? The Mia clip?
I like her.
We think she's a spoiled brat too.
Oh,
the one
Mia
Tyler?
Yeah, but at least she stood up to the one guy.
Yeah, but
she had no leg to stand. She had big fat legs to stand up, but she had no leg to stand up.
She had crazy things to say, though. I think this is the clip, actually. Listen to this.
Mia, last week you weighed 210 pounds. Ooh. We set a weight loss target for you of 4 pounds. Tonight, you weigh 205 pounds. 5 pound weight loss.
Oh, wow, a whole 5 pounds.
Well, she took her makeup off.
That's one good dump, is all that is.
You feel
Seriously,
like
think about it.
It's a good start.
Yeah.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Marissa?
You get lots of work as a plus-size model.
I do.
You look beautiful. Your husband adores you. I have to ask you this. Why are you here? What's your motivation?
I'm not here to get thin. I don't ever want to be thin. It's not about being thin. It's about being healthy. So I'm trying to as much be here for myself as be here for the rest of the world who's watching this show.
So, Mia.
Yes.
Here it comes.
Your husband likes you the way you are.
Yes.
Do you think he's going to like you once you lose the weight?
Yes.
As much as he does while you're fat?
Yes.
Really?
Wait, would you call me fat?
Fat.
So you're telling me that girls my size aren't sexy?
No, I'm not saying that. I'm just saying I think he'll like you a whole lot more.
I think you have issues. I think you've got more issues with your body size and being fit, and you care too much. I think that's not good for your head. I think you need to lighten up and be a little easier on yourself. Me being this size doesn't make me any less sexy. I could be 800 pounds and I'd still be sexy.
You believe that you could be 800 pounds and be sexy.
It's in your head. It's not about your size.
You cannot stand there and tell me if you weigh 800 pounds, you would be sexy.
I'm saying people like you in the world who say people aren't sexy like me, being my size, that's what causes people to be bulimic and anorexic and want to go get their noses done and their lips all pumped up. There's nothing wrong with being yourself.
So you said I condone that?
That's how it seems.
No.
You tried to say last week.
I was telling you that at 800 pounds, you would not be sexy.
That it seemed like it was okay for me to starve myself.
You gained 800 pounds, you would not look sexy.
I guarantee there's a million people in this world that would say otherwise, and I could give a what you say.
Weight loss for the next 2 weeks to be 8 pounds.
That's fine.
How delusional.
Well, she took the wrong angle because she should have said, "Well, look, you're a black male and I'm a white chick. You like me heavy, you know." They like heavy chicks.
That's right.
But why do you think she's a brat? You know, that she said.
You could just tell in her attitude that she was like, I don't know. She got her way growing up.
Yeah. And this whole thing where she's saying you could be 800 pounds and be sexy. No. You could be a freak to some pervert who is beyond chubby chaser. There are guys out there that love monsters. Big, fat, Jabba the Hutt monsters laying on the bed. They're not humans anymore. They're literally a monster. And you get on there and just give them one. That isn't her being sexy to this gentleman. That's her being the monster he needs to get off because some problem he had when he was 2. That he has to look at this mess on a bed, practically oozing over the side of the bed, where you can tuck her side fat in with the cushions, with the comforter, and bang her. That isn't because she's sexy. And because the guy finds her sexy, she's delusional.
Waiting for the Teamsters to show up so you could have a day out of the house.
Oh, yeah, to get her out. Take her to the hospital via forklift.
With Richard Simmons in his tiny little shorts claiming he's going to help you.
Yeah, at bedside.
Crying his eyes out.
So she
until the camera stopped rolling, then he's like, all right, get me back to Hollywood.
Get this mess away from me.
Right.
So she could be on her couch live via satellite to Maury because she can't leave. Maury, I have a problem with oxygen in her nose. I have a problem. I want you to help me, Maury. We're going to do everything we can in our power to get you out of that house because you're a special one. Maury, I want to get out of the house. I want you.
You go.
Oh, God.
They introduce her as our next spectacle.
Ladies and gentlemen, step right this way. Just plow the whole mess into the foundation and concrete it over.
Who except Bob Kelly is at home crying over this stuff, you know? I laugh my ass off. I want to get better for my son.
Maury.
Shut up. Your son's now 15, man.
Oh, the enablers that shovel Twinkies into your mouth on a daily basis? Someone's got to feed you, you mess.
It's Child abuse.
Oh, I laugh my ass off. The fatties on TV is the best.
When they can't move and they're live via satellite. Can we get the picture up at the home of the Mari? Oh, and they flash it on that big fat face with the oxygen pumping. When was the last time you were out of the house? Well, I believe Kaja Gugu's single went to #1. We went out that day. I ate 1,500 Big Macs. And I haven't left my couch since. We're gonna get you out of that house. We'll start with an exercise program. Yeah, right. Oh, yeah, she's ready for that.
Oh.
How about do a couple of pinky ups? That's about all she gets. We got to start slow.
Okay.
How about twitch your fat nose?
All right. You tell Gilbert to help you.
Yeah. We're gonna give you, and then they give her things like a treadmill, like she's ever gonna be able to use that. Yeah, you could put it in front of the fridge and have it launch food into her mouth. That's about all she's gonna be able to use a treadmill for this mess. Here comes another one, Ma. Open up, you slob. Boom. Put it on run and uphill, and launch the roast this way, could you? Oh, God damn.
Oh, I cannot wait to use that in the club.
And we watch and laugh.
Oh, yeah,
and everyone else is laughing. This is not helping.
And as they're doing the interview, they're cutting a hole out of her house and they can get her out.
What's that sound I'm hearing? Oh, it's the chainsaws to cut the side out of my house. I got to go to the hospital. Oh.
He's got to wipe her ass with the couch.
Oh.
They get the SeaWorld staff, literally, to how they transport
her in the sling and put water over her back. Keep her blowhole moist. I gotta go, Maury. Yeah, no, the truck is here to take me to the hospital.
Oh, man, is that funny and the
what
truth.
A mess.
Look, I understand everyone is born with, like, a body type. You know what I mean? And then it's really up to you to try to stay within that range. I'm talking about the people that understand their body type, but then just get completely messy and out of control. You know what I mean?
There are people that are bigger.
We've said this on this show. I've seen women that are a little overweight or whatever, but they're still sexy and stuff because they do try to take care of themselves. They try to keep their weight down into that body type that you're born with.
Dress for it.
Dress for it, and just exactly.
You're gonna
but then
get
there's
women,
others that just completely give up. It's like, I'm fat, so I might as well just keep getting fatter and fatter.
Yeah, that's what happens. And then I reached 500 pounds. You know, I was always a big girl. Ever since I was 2 when my parents had twins, I was always a big girl. And then they ask, well, when did it really start being a problem? Well, when I reached 600 pounds, it's like, 550 wasn't a problem? It's always like that line.
Yeah.
600, I realized I wasn't able to move around as much as I used to. What? It's mental problems. And like Mia Tyler was saying, that isn't sexy. Yeah. It's never sexy.
And then you ever see when they wear the halter tops and their stomach
and the gut is hanging over their genital area.
Oh.
The thighs, they're sitting and their legs are spread apart because they can't even close them because that big lump of midsection fat is hanging. Oh. Wonderful. Yeah, that's sexy, Mia Tyler. 800 pounds is very sexy.
It's
real.
It's sexy, but little kids walking by going, how much is that in the window? And do you ever see a fat person and they get their belly button pierced?
Oh, that's good.
That's real nice, too. There's an attractive sight.
Draw attention to it.
That's only because on the beach so the metal detectors can find your fat ass. You horrible walking mess. Ugh. And on stage last night, I was trashing this big fat guy. He comes walking in. I mean, he was gigantic, and I'm going, and I go, you must be, how long you married? He goes, 21 years. I go, well, she's a hostage and she can't get out of the house now. You're not married. She doesn't love you. She's stuck, You probably fatten her up, too,
Oh, yeah.
But audiences get so mad when you attack a fat person, but yet a skinny person, you can say whatever you want to a skinny person.
Yeah, have a sandwich.
It's, look at it, it's skinny or a thermometer. But a fat person.
Because people know the skinny person's going out and being looked at as they're attractive, and you kind of get this thing like, if you're going to goof on it, go ahead, goof on the skinny person.
Yeah.
They need a little, a little ribbing every so often because they're accepted and loved in society.
Yeah.
And the fat person isn't because they're a pain in the ass. When you walk into an airplane and you look at your seat and see a fat guy sitting in the seat next to you, it's like you just go, son of a bitch, why? Lose some weight. Now it's inconveniencing me.
Yes, when it's rolling over to your thing.
Yeah.
Well, that's more reason you should trash them then.
Right.
Everybody knows that they're, it's their problems, and everywhere you go, they're just slow.
It's just not okay to be that overweight.
You're walking through an aisle in a supermarket, and they're blocking the whole aisle.
Anthony, good time to take a break because you just segged into a perfect thing here.
Oh, what?
Well, Norton's not here today. Voss filling in, doing a great job. Voss is, where are you going to be again? Rascals in
Montclair.
Montclair.
All
weekend
Boss,
long.
Bonnie McFarlane.
Nice. That's a good show, man.
Still and Mirror show.
And then and Norton is going to be at Comedy
George
Works.
And Gracie.
Norton's going to be at Comedy Works in Albany this weekend. That's why he's not here. He had to drive last night, I guess. He could have drove after the show today, actually, but whatever. From his Yellow Discipline CD, Jim Norton's talking about fat people on airplanes, Anthony. Perfect.
Like
Perfect
he's here.
set.
Like he's here.